Why do most people give up on coding? I've seen this firsthand where people get into this field because of the opportunities in it, because they like working with computers, because they have an entrepreneur mindset. Even though some people's tech is having a difficult time, it's still attractive for a lot of people to want to get into this field. And a lot of people pursue it, but some people don't make it in this field. I've seen it as I went in a coding boot camp, and some of my colleagues never made it into tech. I saw it as I tutored as well, and a lot of my students didn't make it. So I'm creating this video today to talk about what I've seen on how people don't make it into this field after they decided that they want to pursue a career in tech. My name's David, and I'm here filming from Jeju Island today as I'm doing some traveling throughout Asia. Today just had a kind of a calm day. Just went to a coffee shop and then tried a new Korean restaurant. So just the simple things here, and then went to the grocery store afterwards too. So when people try to make it go in this field, it's unique, as in you pretty much have a different kind of lifestyle. You have to be behind your computer all day pretty much to do this job. So it's not like other fields where there's a lot of human interactions, face-to-face human interactions, where you kind of, because when you interact with a lot of people, you kind of create energy out of the interaction by talking to each other. But sometimes when you're just behind your computer, it can be draining. It can feel tiring. It can feel isolated. So it's hard to make progress in it. So it's the lifestyle of constantly being behind your computer, which is tough for a lot of people. I like it because I wanted a field where I can do it from my computer, do it remotely, so I can travel like I'm doing right now. And that's why I got into it. Like I guess I'm kind of naturally like that, but before, in my previous job when I was a nightclub promoter, I was talking to people all the time. My income depended on my ability to talk to people, so I had to do it a lot. I had to be good at it. So now I just learned to do whatever I need to do to accomplish my goals, and now I need to be behind my computer all day. So that's what I have to do. I get to be behind my computer from wherever I want, but I still have to be behind my computer all day. And this isn't something you can do on your phone too. You need a full-on computer. You need multiple monitors to be able to do it effectively as well. So that's the first thing, that the lifestyle isn't for a lot of people. And then the second thing is, it's just a lot of thinking. It's a lot of learning. It's a lot of errors coming your way. Things doesn't work the way you plan. You have to constantly experiment with things. And this could be overwhelming. It can feel frustrating, and sometimes people just have enough of it and they give up on coding, because technology is constantly evolving, is evolving fast, and you have to learn to keep up with new technologies so you can be a good developer. There's just so much to learn. If you don't stop learning, you're not gonna make in the field or progress in the field. You have to do a lot of reading, because technologies evolve fast. They have to create documentation on how to use different technologies, and then you have to read on how things are used, and that can be tough. you have to think a lot in your mind. You have to piece together things. You have to kind of predict. Because so coding is like, you can think of it as like reading kind of, or yeah, like, or math, where you have to do things in your head. And coding is just, you do things in your head to an extreme amount, of, like much scalable degree than what you've done normally. So you have to constantly think on your mind, edge cases that could happen. You have to think of where things will go wrong. You kind of predict of what will happen. You read code, right? And then when you read code, you kind of predict of what it will happen in your application on the computer, in your mind, without it actually running. So you have to do a lot of things in your head, and that could be overwhelming for a lot of people. And this is something you get better at. And then if you want to pursue this field, you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy constantly learning. You have to enjoy reading about new technologies. You have to enjoy the frustrations you get when things go wrong, when things don't work, and you just have to find it motivating that whenever you get a problem, you're kind of motivated to figure it out and get better at it. So you kind of have to flip it on this. You have to flip it around and enjoy these difficult things. And lastly, why I think a lot of people give up, especially in the early stages, is that there's not too many good resources on how to learn to code. In a way, because this field attracts a lot of brilliant people, a lot of smart people who can read stuff and come up with their own conclusions, can connect the dots in their mind fast. And a lot of the resources is geared towards those kind of people. But some of the coding concepts aren't broken down at a level of detail where most people can grasp. And then they struggle connecting the dots because it assumes a lot of things. And just the level of details of how computer science needs to be broken down isn't at the small scale it needs to be for most people to learn. Like, computer science lecturers are so smart and they talk about things, but it's hard to really grasp the practical concepts of it. A lot of video tutorials that talk about this is how you do this, this is how you do that, like this is how you add in Python, this is what a variable is, this is what a function is. But a lot of the resources don't talk about what's the point. Why do you even need variables? Why do you need a function? Why do you even need Python? What's the point of this? So they don't talk about the point of these different coding languages, the different problems that these technologies solve, which will really help how you build something. Like Elon Musk talked about this. Like he'll like, let's say you want to rebuild a car, step by step, what items would you need, and just kind of that kind of thinking, like, oh, I need an engine so I can move, something like that. By just breaking down the problem to what you need to build it, and then you can actually build it, rather than this is what a steering wheel is, this is what an engine is. You want to know why certain technologies exist, and you want to break it down in a small level of detail so people can connect the dots, because how computer science flows, so it's like a step-by-step process. Data will move one way until it connects to where you want. And some people kind of just skip these steps at times and kind of skim over different details that needs to be emphasized. So it can be tough learning coding as well, so people give up on it. And that's why I make YouTube tutorials, that's why I help people out, because I like breaking it down, these complicated concepts, in an easier way so people can follow. So that's all I want to talk to you about today. You have to appreciate working on your own behind the computer. You have to appreciate the challenge, and then you have to be able to learn coding effectively by breaking it down, connecting the dots. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos as I talk about the journey, talk about coding and traveling. If you need help with your web development projects, or if you're trying to learn how to code to get a job or to build your own app, message me and I can see how I can help.